of the Committee on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform, joint with the Committees on Cooperatives, Ways and Means, and Finance, is hereby called to order. The agenda for today are a number of Senate bills, as well as sets of bills. Agriculture co-ops, joint with the Committee on Cooperatives, Finance, Ways and Means. May we request the committee secretary to place on record the bills that are to be tackled?
Yes, sir. Good morning. The sets of bills that will be discussed in today's hearing are the following. The first set is on the agricultural cooperatives, joint with the Committees on Cooperatives, Ways and Means, and Finance. First bill, Senate Bill number 389, an act ensuring the development, promotion, and protection of agricultural cooperatives, authored by Senator Hontiveros. The second bill is Senate Bill number 1183, an act ensuring the development, promotion, and protection of agricultural cooperatives, providing for the creation of the Bureau of Agricultural Cooperatives and for other purposes, authored by the Chair, Senator Pangilinan. The second set of bill is National Agricultural Fisheries Extension System, joint with the Committee on Finance. We have a loan bill, Senate Bill number 1182, also authored by the Chairperson, Senator Pangilinan. It's entitled An Act Strengthening the National Agriculture and Fisheries Extension System to Accelerate Agriculture and Fisheries Development, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. The third set is the bills on the creation of the Congressional Commission on Agriculture, Fisheries and Food Security, joint with the Committee on Finance. Senate Bill number 1199, an act creating a Congressional Commission on Agriculture, Fisheries and Food Security to review, assess, and evaluate the state of Philippine agriculture and recommend innovative and targeted policy reforms in agriculture, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, authored by the Chair, Senator Pangilinan. Senate Bill number 1345, an act creating a Congressional Commission on Agriculture to review, assess, evaluate, and recommend reforms in the Philippine agriculture sector and appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, authored by Senator Marcos.
May we request the committee secretary to place on record our resource persons?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In attendance are the following: from the Department of Agriculture, represented by Yusek Roger V. Navarro, Undersecretary for Operations and Agri-Fisheries Mechanization of Rural Credit; Director Ricardo M. Oñate Jr., Director, DA Interim Agricultural Cooperative Enterprise Development Service and Fisheries Clustering Consolidation Program Director; Director Remilin R. Recoter, DA Agricultural Training Institute, with Cindy Alfonso; Bureau of Agricultural Research, Director Joel Lales; Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, BIFAR, Director Elizer S. Salilig; Department of Agrarian Reform, represented by ASEC James Arsenio Ponce; Department of Environment and Natural Resources, haven't arrived yet, Mr. Chair. Department of Finance, represented by Yusek Carlo Fermin S. Adriano. From the Department of Trade and Industry, represented by Ferdinand T. Apari, Program Manager. Cooperative Philippine Statistics Authority, represented by Marisol T. Falyarmi, Chief Statistical Specialist, Crop Statistics Division. From the Department of Interior and Local Government, Attorney Noel Sala. From the DILG. From the DBM, Attorney Tricia Baraan. From COA, Susie Jean Evangelista. From the Philippine from the Land Bank of the Philippines, First Vice President Eden B. Hapitana, Head Agriculture and Sustainable Development Group. From the Development Bank of the Philippines, Leopoldo Rismundo Jr., Senior Assistant Vice President, and Louis Hitusis, Assistant Manager. From the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, ULAP, represented by Ren Prisiel Ontalan. From the Department of Education, represented by Roel Capistrano, Senior Education Program Specialist, Bureau of Curriculum Development, and Attorney Samuel Jufiel Dave C. Bakay, From our private sector, Mr. Chair, Samahan ng Industriya ng Agrikultura, SINAG, represented by Mr. Jason Kainglet. From the Alianza Agricultura, Dr. Ernesto Ordonez, the chairperson, and Chris Paez, National President, Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty Cooperatives. That's all for now, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Lina. We can now proceed. Magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. Ang tatalakayin natin ngayon ay paano pa palakasin ang hanay ng agrikultura at kung ano ang mga struktura o kaya mga panukalang batas, particular sa extension service at pagpapalakas ng co-ops ang nais nating isulong. Naalala ko, nasa private sector pa ako, 2023, September. Nagkaroon kami ng pagpupulong sa Alfonso, Cavite. Kasama ko ang mayor ng Cavite, si Mayor Randy Salamat. Kasama rin ang Municipal Agriculture Officer ng Alfonso Cavite at ang Cooperatives Development Officer ng municipality. At kasama ang ilang mga farmer members ng Alfonso Farmers Cluster. September 2023 yun at pinag-usapan namin paano natin palalakasin yung 300 members ng Farmers Clusters Group para maging kooperatiba. Nasa private sector ako noon. Ang ating sakahan ng gulay ay naroon din sa Barangay Kaisuyo, Alfonso, Cavite. Halos every week nagpupulong yung mga kinatawan ng 4 na cluster ng Alfonso Cavite Farmers Cluster Group. At every week pinag-uusapan paano mag-oorganisa, paano magkakaroon ng common harvest and planting schedules. Doon sa 300 Farmer Association members, paano magkakaroon ng pagtatalaga o mag-dedicate ng ilang ektarya o square meter sa kanya-kanyang mga lupa para sa common clustered production para masuplayan ang gulay at pangangailangan hindi lamang ng mga restaurant sa Metro Manila. Meron pang isang consolidator, yung tinatawag na Sari Suki, isa sa pinakamalaking online digital portal na nagbebenta ng gulay at prutas sa Metro Manila via online na paraan. Ang Sari Suki noon, sumama din sa mga pagpupulong namin, nagbigay ng mga briefing, sinabing kinakailangan nila ng 50 tonelada ng gulay at prutas kada linggo. Ibig sabihin, walang problema sa merkado. Sinubukan din naming makipag-usap sa mga restaurant chain sa Maynila na bumibili rin ng gulay araw-araw. After 1 year, September 2024, nagkaroon pa kami ng tie-up with the ATI at yung DA Region 4. Nagkaroon kami ng farm field school. Ang aming farm ang naging host, naging learning site by that time. At 14 na linggo yung farm field school mula September hanggang January. About 60 organic farmers nag-training ng organic vegetable farming. In other words, mula September 2023 hanggang January 2024, nakababad ako sa pag-oorganisa. Ang malungkot, hiniling natin sa Alfonso LGU, ang baka sana makapagbigay sila ng 1 o 2 full-time na agri-workers para maorganisa yung 300 agri yung magugulay at magpuprutas. Hindi nakapagbigay ang LGU dahil kulang ang tao nila. In fairness, doon sa ating MAU, si Joel at ang ating CDA co-op sa Alfonso na si May, masigasig naman po silang nag-a-attend at sumusubok at binibigyan naman kami ng suporta, ngunit maliwanag na kulang din ang tauhan ng DA Alfonso. In fairness din, ang ATI at ang DA Region 4A nung ating hiniling na sumuporta dun sa Farmfield School ay naroon every week for 14 weeks. 57 farmers ang nag-participate. In other words, pagdating ng January 2025, nag-graduate yung 50. Pero pagkatapos nun, hindi na masustain yung pag-oorganisa. Dahil kulang ang tao ng local government. Ang DA Region 4A ay nasa Lipa, Batangas, na halos 3 oras ang biyahe. Ang ATI naman ng Cavite ay nasa 13 Martires. In fairness sa kanilang lahat, naroon sila kapag pinatawag o nagkaroon ng mga pagpupulong. Ngunit, nung natapos na yung programa, balik sa kanya-kanyang mga opisina, hindi na naorganisa ng husto yung 300 farmers ng Alfonso Farmers Cluster Group. At doon ko nakita na kung hindi bigyan ng mas malawakang papel at tao ang DA hanggang sa provincial at regional, hindi lamang sa regional, hanggang sa municipal level, ganyan at ganyan ang mangyayari. Kung hindi bigyan ng sapat na suporta ang DA na may kapangyarihang makapag-organisa ng mga kooperatiba, apart from extension service, yung pagpapalakas ng mga kooperatiba ng farmers, ay mauuwi pa rin doon sa hindi maorganisa ng maayos ang ating mga farmers. So, yan ang dahilan kung bakit nais nating marinig ang mga position papers ng bawat resource person dito at mga punto de vista kung paano natin papalakasin pa at magkaroon talaga ng presensya ang Department of Agriculture hanggang sa municipal level, magkaroon ng extension service na sapat para yung naging karanasan natin ng 1 taon ng pag-oorganisa, may sasalo, may magpa-follow through, at maiaayos yung pag-oorganisa at pagbibigay suporta sa ating mga magsasaka hanggang sa level ng munisipyo. With that, may we have the position papers? Is there a position paper from the Department of Agriculture? Can you have the floor, Yusek Navarro. Maraming salamat sa oras ninyo rito.
Maraming salamat, Chair, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, our esteemed members of this committee, and our fellow resource persons. The Department of Agriculture expresses the general support for the key Senate bills currently being deliberated, which seeks to strengthen the agriculture and fisheries sectors. These legislative measures covering agriculture or agricultural cooperatives and agriculture and fishery extension systems reforms and the creation of the Congressional Commission are timely and aligned with the sector's goals of inclusivity and institutional development and improved service delivery. In this regard, allow us to share the following comments and recommendations to help further enhance the effectiveness and alignment of this proposed reform. On agricultural cooperatives, which is Senate Bills 389 and 1183, the DA supports the overall directions of these bills and also recommends the following.